Hold on. If you not black, don't say it. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the first ever episode of Can We Talk About It, where I talk about things that I feel like need to be discussed. If you're new to the channel, which you probably might be because this is my it's my pilot episode, make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Follow my socials, mo.niqua scream if you want mo. Thank you, thank you. We are going to be discussing, right, the N-word. It's crazy. I know that's a knockout way to this channel, isn't it? If you're new, okay? But if you're not, hold on. If you not black, don't say it. I don't understand why this has become such a controversial topic. As most of y'all know, Mexican OT decided to bring his ass in a room full of black people, specifically black women, because that's when some men love to get bold, girl. He decided to say who was going to do anything about him saying the N-word, and he's from Texas, and it's the way that he's grown. And I'm noticing there's a lot of Mexican OTs, you know, it's in the Fat Joes, it's in the Cardi B's, starting to realize that they do the whole cop-out thing to where I'm Afro-Latina, I'm Afro-Latino. For those who missed out in 8th grade social studies, you are speaking about nationality, ancestry, and lineage. Afro-Latina means that you have African and Latino heritage and or lineage. That does not make you black. Just don't understand. Well, I do understand. You know, there's a lot of purposeful misunderstanding going on. It's just, first of all, it was very crazy to see him do the whole who gonna do something about it, you know, basically the equivalent of I'll smack anybody in here. You do that in a room full of women, other staff, or other people in there, and nobody felt, you know, everybody just giggled at all. I'll be real with you. We gotta start being okay with being confrontational. It is okay to be confrontational whenever disrespect enters the chat. I feel like a lot of people don't want to make certain situations uncomfortable whenever they've been made to feel uncomfortable. You got to be okay with coming off as confrontational, because people going to keep playing with you. People going to be like, who going to do something about it whenever it comes to them being disrespectful while invading said culture. It makes my blood pressure go up, girl, and I'm starting to breathe real hard. And we got to start reminding each other these cookout invites can get very dastardly if we don't start properly vetting. We got to be okay with gatekeeping. Definitely the culture. We've seen so many people infiltrate black culture and then get away with disrespecting it on the side, because, you know, we like the beat. You know, I like the beat in my charade voice. It's getting disrespectful, and we gotta start being like, you know, hey girl, some people gotta get popped in the mouth. I'm kidding, but we definitely gotta become a lot more comfortable with calling out the disrespect to the black culture, all while trying to emulate it. It's very crazy. These restaurants and fast food places want us back. They want us back spending money regularly every other day. Okay, they want us back spending money with them, and it's just, we shouldn't make it happen. Hand out coupons like how they used to. I know y'all remember getting coupons in the mail, you know, that you cut out, leave it in your car. Okay, just in case you want a beef and cheddar whenever you get off work. They not even doing that no more. Subway got you paying $20 for a foot long. They're doing this whole price out thing with people, and they don't realize the people that you're pricing out are the people that keep y'all afloat. I would say, how do they plan to sustain? How do they expect to sustain themselves with doing this? But people gonna keep buying. People gonna keep buying this nasty ass fast food, no matter how much is coming out to where the FDA regulations are so, you know, lax, to where they just tell you, hey girl, yeah, there's bugs in the patty. It's a little extra protein. Okay, girl, eat up. Very loud. They're very loud about the fact that the quality of food has gone down, and they're very loud about the fact that we not going down with the price either. And now they're coming out with these pathetic pathetic attempts to bring you back with these discounts. You know, Wendy's is doing it, Five Guys is doing it. Bitch, you charging me $30 for a burger and fries, now you want to come out with goddamn deals. It's crazy. You see these restaurants doing it too, and they're not going down on the prices. It's like how you see these buy now pay later apps telling you, hey girl, we can get you to finance your food. Bitch, you want me to finance Mickey D's? You're not gonna lower the price, but you're gonna tell me that I can pay it with a loan. Hey, crack open your cookbooks, all right? They're going to start pushing people to just, figuring out what they're going to cook on their own. Am I going to start buying more prep meals? But if I'm being honest, there's always going to be the cash cow. There's always going to be the group of people to where it's like, hey girl, I'm buying it. These, and what's the most disrespectful to me? These companies will come out with record breaking profits. Look, it's a big word for Elmo. All right, but these companies come out with these profits and how much money they are making, and they try to make it seem like, girl, we're still affected by the inflation. Like there's no reason as to why the things that are supposed to be cheap isn't cheap anymore. Look what they did to the Dollar Tree. It's false advertisement. That's not Dollar Tree anymore. I saw somebody on TikTok had said, girl, that's $5 and below. Like, you can't buy nothing in there for $1. Maybe get your little drink. The drinks now, I think, are like $2 and some change. $2 and some change. I like I said, I just don't understand the long-term thinking of these companies to where you're pricing out the exact group of people, or you're pricing out the people who keep you sustained. And I just, hey girl, you better pull a target. I really feel like if we want these companies and these corporations to start acting right, we got to start pulling back. Stop spending your money there. Figure it out at the crib. Go to the grocery store. Figure out what you're gonna do. Cause I just brought this up earlier in the video. If people know they can play with you, they're gonna keep playing with you. Yeah, we gonna charge you $8 for this biggie bag. I know it was just $4 earlier this year, but hey girl, it's the inflation. And here you is like, let me go ahead and get the wallet out. Let me get the funds. The AI content gotta stop. The AI content has to stop. Specifically the black AI content. The black AI content is just so, oh my god, it's very nasty. And it's very scary. Because it's obvious, well, to me, girl, here comes the CIA. Be careful, I might have somebody knocking at my door. Obvious to me that they're slow rolling out this AI technology to where they're having the public use it, see how they decide to run with it. Now I see some people saying is the where they're putting out that black AI content. They, some people gonna say it's Rock Nation. they're putting out that black AI content, and I just really feel like it's society. Girl, people want to act like society ain't racist. I want you to look at your favorite holidays, and see where they originate from, and tell me America ain't racist. Anyway, somebody gonna be knocking on this door. This video gonna be, I just started, girl, and then took me off. All right, but it's like I said, it's very scary. Some of these videos you can definitely tell what's real, what's not, but some of these videos are hyper realistic, and y'all better remember where the use of AI is coming from. These supercomputers, to where they making mini Chernobyls over here. We don't need that. Don't listen to Timberland, and I think Will I Am said something about it, girl. Don't quote me on that, girl. The computer over there, I can't check my sources, but I know for damn sure, Timberland over here. Yes, AI really taking away the creativity from people. You just plugging something in a computer. It's like, what it remind me of? This whole chat GPT thing. Girl, for the ones who remember their time back in school, specifically college, whenever you was writing papers, you had to cite your sources. You had to have a separate, you had to have your sources page. You had to have a separate page that listed all your sources from any sort of quote stats that you mentioned in any papers that you was writing. Yeah, plagiarizing. Hey, girl. They're gonna say free speech. Anything that's on the net is free use though. This digital footprint is crazy. It's true. It pissed me off. It pissed me off because I know some people gonna be like, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Ha ha, laugh at it and everything. But it's like, girl, it is a big deal. It is a big deal because I don't see racially driven, motivated, or stereotypical AI videos of other groups of people. I don't see it. I ain't saying it out. Yeah, I ain't saying it ain't out there. Wait, I'm not saying it's not out there, but I do see what's being pushed. I'm seeing what's getting thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. Okay, let's not act dense, people. Let's not act dense. But I should have known AI was, hey girl, here comes Skynet. The here, Cyberdyne. What's Cyberdyne from? I gotta check the sources. Okay, but we've all seen the movies of what happens to where AI becomes normalized. And like I said, we know, y'all, stop doing this AI shit. It's haven't we done enough to the environment? It's horrible enough in America as is. Okay, turn this TV off.